perfect soul. So want them to notice when I'm not around. But we're so fucking special. I know I'm special. And I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell we doing here? We don't belong here. Oh, she's running out the door. She's running out. She whatever makes you classy, whatever you need, move up another level. I know our potential. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
John Ross. Angelfish. John Ross is on the West Coast. It shocks me. He's had his channel for so long and, you know, he only has a certain amount of subs. But John Ross has been a part of my journey since almost the beginning of my YouTube channel. And yeah, he's on the West Coast. I forget exactly where. He might have relocated, you know, since the last time we chatted. He's not present on YouTube at the moment, like, you know, saying certain things, but he knows that he's close to you, Angelfish. Yeah, it's funny because John Ross, seriously, for approximately at least a year, I thought he was in the UK. I don't know why. And I remember one time he posted a video with it like in his garage, and I was like, what the fuck? People in the UK don't have garages like that. And that's kind of how my evolution of figuring out and finding out and realizing I had him mixed up with somebody else from the UK all that time, thinking he was like, you know, over the pond, but meanwhile he's on the West Coast in the States. So I'm a subscribed already. Yeah, Angelfish, me not surprised that you are. First of all, I've shared John as much as, like, a lot, you know what I mean, in the last, like, in my live streams. And when I share, I try to, you know, sharing is caring. You've been watching Tom, My Sky 2? What do you mean, Tom, Juice from the Sky? Oh, thank you, Angelfish. I'm weepy today. My tummy is nauseous, cramped today. How are you? Oh, honey, my tummy cramps started in the night. I woke up at 1:44 and I was awake till 8 in the morning. And the nausea, I don't even have words. It's past nausea where it's like, it's all encompassing. The nausea has nausea. really the only reason I did a live stream is because being within is making me batshit, and showing up feels more authentic than backing away and not showing up. What does that mean? Well, if I feel like this, then others do as well. So thanks for writing it out, because yeah, it hurts. Yes, last night I was lying in bed and I was like, all of this and not getting a break, not having a safe harbor of a break. And I say that, and you are my safe harbor, and Michelle, like, but I mean, like, more than that, right? Me ranting to you guys yesterday because you and Michelle both helped me flow through my, like, yucky yesterday. But me putting more without, just, it's not full circling into anything. That being said, my inner messages, my inner compass, everything says just, just hold the line. Everything's fine. But the surreality of what I'm being brought in, what's being brought to me, my thoughts are so fucked up because there's no positive, pure imprinting, and the shock of the fucking shit that's coming at me. I want to say I didn't sign up for this, but my soul is laughing saying you did. But it's like, okay, motherfucker, if I was going to be placed in these situations, could I have had the background training of something? Because, it's not judgment. It's not judgment that I have. It's just absolute shock, of what's being brought into my reality. And there's the sirens again. Right? So, me showing up, because guess what? I don't watch channels that don't show up when they don't feel good, when they can't be vulnerable and say how they're really feeling. Why? Because I really had it. In this 2.5-year journey, Angelfish, so many people said they were way showers and they were superheroes and gods. And guess what? Those people are not fucking present right now, helping anybody for the greater good of the all. And I get that we all have to go within. I'm not saying it from a place of judgment, but what I'm saying is that I want to see the superhero god when they don't feel great. Why? Because if you can only show up when you feel good, that's what you're showing to everybody else. And that's one of the programs that we built in the spiritual community, is everything has to be positive all the time. And that's a lie. It can't be. And in the negativity of something that's bad, there's more positive when you actually show it, share it, express it somehow, right? So, besides, I've never been a channel saying that I'm here to promise you a fucking rose garden, and you know what I mean? It's the good, the bad, and the ugly. You either resonate and watch or you don't. But me don't want to watch people who everything's fucking perfect, but they're like lying, because it's not fucking perfect. There's no one being spared of, certain things. And so, yes, we're on different timelines, right? Just because we feel like this today doesn't mean other people mirror that today. But yesterday or tomorrow, 1 week ago or 1 week later, that's how equal we are. Me want to see the stuff. Why? Because I'm able to witness. I am able to witness the bad. I don't want my friends in pain in the background and not being able to find a place to talk. So that's why I'm here. Right? That's why I'm here. Loves you. My illusions. I'm definitely not taking out the book, because those motherfucking books are triggering me big time. Because the writing in the books, to me, I think one of the reasons I've held inside for so long the cards that will manifest from myself is that there's no fucking way that I will publish a bunch of fucking books that only says like shit that's so like, what the fuck? It's just not possible, like, to be so fucking like, right? The reality of the cards that will flow from me with the messages will be like so multi-layered of what's needed, instead of, grabbing a card and hearing the same fucking words, because there's no truth, like authentic truth of what it's like on the raw days, the day when everything's so raw that it feels like, so illusions. Perfect card for the day. The world is shattering in its illusions, eh? Same, you understand, angel fish. Hi, Witch Moon. How's it going for you? I'm going to read your comment in a second. I'm just going to flow with what's already there. Angel fish says, your yucky is still more beautiful than most. I get it, yeah. One of the things, too, is that, I don't look like I'm, like, fucking nauseous, have cramps, and can barely fucking breathe right now. Right? And that's one of the reasons I'm showing up to show. Guess what? Right? You're looking at me, look at me right now, whenever, right? And everything's like, oh. But no, inside of me is like, whoa. So here's the thing. Kindness matters. If I can have this avatar package that looks like this, and within my chaos, right? That there's that fresh purity that still emanates from me. Imagine how somebody who's working a 12-hour shift with a fucking mask on, like how inside they could be losing their shit, but everything looks fine. So a little bit of the reason behind showing up, even if it's like not like, we're gonna be all perky today, is because we all have to show up in our reality at some point, even if we don't want to. And what we get when we show up, sometimes we show up somewhere and we get the bestest angels, and it's like that thing of like a new breath of air. But sometimes you show up and you get bombarded with more yucky stuff, right? So angel fish says, I woke up without creamer, so I started to bitch out loud to self, then a wave washed over and I cried, and I'm not complaining, and I'm sorry, I am happy. Oh, blah. I love that you wrote that, because it is the simplest things right now that will trigger complete, like, fucking tears, anxiety, panic, because the simplicity of running out of creamer is like monumental when the energies are like this, right? So somebody could have an accident in front of your house in 20 minutes, angel fish, and you'd be on it. You'd be able to handle what's going on, but not having fucking creamer in your fridge is like, whoa. I totally get it. Hey, Angie says, hi, butt lickers. I feel like shit today. How y'all? What a fucking ride, eh? Nice emojis. Yes, I feel like shit as well. And not the pretty stuff, like the shitty pile. Angel fish says, I got Elf making your deck. Angel fish, I fucking love you. Angel fish says, we got hemorrhoids this week. I'm announcing it. Yeah, it's as above, so below. I'm going to second that emotion, because yesterday, one of the reasons I stopped the stream suddenly is I couldn't even sit there. I couldn't sit. So yesterday and last night was a whole, like, just period of not even being able to sit down and be comfortable. So that takes away the being able to draw properly, because I don't sit normal when I draw, but all my positions just hurt. So yeah. I'm sticking to the people like Samantha Solbright, Corey, founders of Light, and most of Paul Butler's transmissions. I'm not listening to all of them, because just some of them was just like, oh fuck, I can't listen to this shit right now. But yeah, the stomach issues are very prevalent, and nobody's specifically writing out, butt problems like hemorrhoids. But guess what? That's the fucking truth in plain sight, is, a lot of us will fucking be like so messed up that, it's everywhere. So thanks for sharing, angel fish, because really, of all the words, of all the ascension symptoms I've ever heard anybody ever talk about, nobody talks about the H word, right? Nobody ever talks about it. And I say that, and only one person in all of my streams ever has mentioned, like, and asked, like, what can I do for this? It's so overwhelming. It hurts so much. And I'm like, whoosh, up to here. Only one person has ever been authentic enough to talk about it and ask for more tips, right? More tricks, more things that we're not aware of to help for that. So when we speak of abdominal pains and cramps and such things, it's all tied in together. So thanks for mentioning it, sweetie. I appreciate you. Angelfish, yeah, Spirit says it's because I need to get off my ass. Me is the opposite. It means I'm supposed to lie down and be completely inactive. Your feet are swelling, Angelfish. I haven't had that today, but I have noticed that just I felt the swelling just various a little bit in the last little while. Yeah, love ball. Thanks for writing it, sweetie. Keep moving. A body in motion stays in motion, and that's the high energy checks, the Schumann. Yeah, the Schumann is just like, whoa. Thanks, love ball. Yep. Yesterday, and that's the thing, the instinct to just like tuck and roll, for me, just to tuck and roll and not even move. So yesterday, I had let out what I was feeling with Angelfish. Thank you, sweetie, so much for being there for me. I love you because you're ready to see me, whether I am in high spirits or on my fucking knees. And that's unconditional love. I love you, Angelfish. So after I had my little hissy fits and pity party and everything that I was like fucking just like, ugh, just like fucking all the ugly shit came out of me. What did I do first? Oh, first I when I was done, I says to Michelle, I was like, I'm going for a drive. I'm safe now to go for a drive. I'm going for a drive. So I went for a drive, went to my sacred place by the water. Then I came home, I did the dishes, then I took a shower, and I prepped food. So the keeping in movement, love ball, definitely helped. At this point, a couple minutes ago, before I started the stream, I wanted to power wash the floor because I wash the floor on my hands and knees. That's how I do it. And it was like, no, don't. Right now, we're in really high humidity and we have zero circulation in here. So if I wash the floor, it's going to be more humid and it's not going to dry properly. So everything inside was like, I know you want to be in movement, but don't wash the floor because you're going to make a worse situation in the house. Right? Because I need hot water. So the hot steam and then the floor, it won't dry. Like Spirit literally said, I know you want to do something, Michelle, but it's not time to wash the floor because it won't dry. That's how humid it is right now. If I was anywhere else but here and felt just, I would be sleeping outside, but it is just not the place that's safe to be sleeping outside here. But so that's a little bit even harder, right? Because natural me would just fucking go sleep outside wherever I've ever been almost in my life, but not here. So that's lacking. Yeah, Witch Moon. You had the biopsy from the colon. You've not got the results yet. Don't care. It's going to be okay, whatever it is. Yeah. I love you, Angie. Thank you for saying so. Witch Moon says, Wheezy, it's probably the heat a lot too. All y'all are still in the high heat. Yeah. Especially for Angelfish and West Coast energy, they're heading into another like whoosh, blast. And plus, whether we're near or far from the forest fires, the quality of the air is felt, right? So there's so many forest fires near and around Angelfish right now that, first of all, the animals and just the nature, what's happening is pure, right? It's real. None of this in a way is a shock because it's all been things that we have knowing about. The earth is going to restructure itself. People chose to be in locations to live certain things, right? But now that we're like in it, in the thick, literally thick of it, you know, it's sorry, guess what? It's scary as fuck. That's it. Blessed be to those light workers who want to like put all the pretty words around it, but it's scary as fucking fuck to be calm in the eye of the storm, sustained without safe harbor and just like wee, right? So yeah, love you. Yeah, angelfish, the baby deer have been hiding. Yup. For sure. Angelfish says it's all good news, Ange, Spirit says. That's the kicker about Spirit and Source, though, right? Because everything's meant to be, so... Bah. Awesome, Angie. I love y'all. I need to be with myself. Hugs and kisses. I'm always here with y'all. Good. Thanks for listening to your inside of you. I love you, Angie. It's definitely a day to be here if you're feeling it and to get out. If you're not, I'm not here in everything's, you know, whatever. I am in what I'm going through, and I'm showing up to have the platform in order to whoever wants to like communicate what they're going through. That being said, I'd love if somebody came in and said like, "Wee, for me everything's fine. I finally have clarity and I'm starting my project and I know what I'm doing." Why? To like help like, you know, lift the energy. One person's clarity is like, wee, good, right? We're all in this together, and when one person gains clarity and comes and shares, that's amazing. The ball says, have a great day. I'm also going to go get some golden rays of solutions. Lots of alchemy and prayers for the West here. Yeah. Thank you all. No fear. We got this. I can't lie and say I don't have fear. I have not had such sustained fight or flight, victim mode mentality fear in so long that I don't even recognize myself. So I'm fucking scared shitless. I've asked for help. I've been truthful. I'm reaching out, and you know, it's not full circling into things that make me feel, you know, safer or listened to even on a certain level. Angelfish says, I'm not scared, but it's the ninja training that gets the credit. But that's just it, Angelfish. I got 49 years of boot camp, and through it all, you know, figure the fucking shit out alone. And that is wearing me out. It is. It's wearing me out to a point that it's what triggered me yesterday during the live stream was birds of a feather flock together, and the imagery of what it's like when one big crow comes in to grab a baby nest and all the little birds stick up, boom, you know, and that I don't have that is just, it's past words. The truest test of faith is when we cannot see, and I cannot see for who is my true soul family that could ever be, or, you know, will ever fucking show up. It feels like shit. Wearing you out to build you better. I get it, Angelfish, but guess what? I think I deserve a lot better than the one conversation that comes to me on the beach last week is a man that I had zero judgment for, but ended up, you know, having to talk about things that is like, what the fuck? You know, for all that I put out of the purest energy that I can, what I'm receiving is, it's knocking, it's put me on my knees, right? You know, I'm past making this shit up. There's no part of me that still thinks that anybody could even speak like this, and yet that's what's, you know, coming through. So can you hear the thunder? Angel Fishes, we started our project. I'm looking for a space for Adopt a Friend headquarters. Hope by next summer to have one truck and one home. Wow, that's beautiful, sweetie. Yeah, Angel Fish, just because I understand, it doesn't make the suck hurt less. Yeah. For me, I know that it's like every time I have a hope or really like just sustained, and then boom, it's taken away, and I'm living on faith because what's all the stuff, there's no reason to have any fucking hope right now. You know what I mean? It's just so fucking gross. And it's like the opposite. The more that the shit is ridiculous, the more that will bring better later, right? But those are just words. Action at some point needs to happen in my reality. Thunder beings, come and take me home. Yeah, Angel Fish, I totally resonate with that. I get it. I want a place for friends to be caught if needed. Yeah, me too. I get it. Angel, I choose heaven and refuse the rest. Yeah, me too. But my idea of heaven is having, support, friendship, kinship, energy exchanges face to face in real life. I've been doing this for 2.5 fucking years virtually. 2.5. That's a long time. It's a long time to have faith in something that's not full circling into actual, exchanges that are manifesting into reality. I fight for it, our idea and what it is. That's the thing, Angel Fish, though. There's a part of me that's like, what am I even fighting for if this is what I'm getting, right? Like, whoa. It's just. Anyways, not in a bad way. And I'm not, I'm not a giver up type of person, but the energies are just what they are. I'd rather speak how it comes out. Again, I'm not, maybe going to inspire anybody today into their like, wow. But somebody could be watching and thinking like, whoa, I don't have my shit together at all. And I feel just a little better because Genevieve doesn't have her shit together as well. Not meaning, like, oh, good, she doesn't feel good, but oh, wow. If she can feel like this, then I feel like this and it's real, right? So... Angel Fish, I went out and just started knocking on doors in the hood, and I've been inviting all to join us for fun. That's beautiful, sweetie. I'm not a door knocker because I have done that before. I've been gung-ho and working on this stuff for a long time. So it was 2008, 2009 when I would literally go knock on doors, and that did not work so good. Not in a bad way. Nothing ever really yucky happened. But guess what? People don't want angels knocking at their door, even if they were screaming for an angel 5 minutes before. And everything in my guidance says like to just stop focusing attention on everywhere where I just like throw, like wow, and to just focus on showing up here when I can, and that's it. Angel Fish, you're okay. You're honest, and that's beautiful. Backbones are sexy. Hi, Eddie. Hope everyone is doing awesome today. Welcome to a beautiful day. Me okay, Eddie. Me not feel the awesomeness so much right now, but it'll flow through, right? Me feeling past words of like how you felt before you chose to like, restructure and when you just chose to turn around and go back to somewhere else. That's where I'm at, and there's nowhere to turn and go right now, right? And I know, like, blah, 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 but there isn't. So, big footprints. Sasquatch, big footprints. Do you have any dragon cards close, Angelfish? I won't be able to go look at the image, not for you sending, but I would just wonder what color dragon would show up today. Tracker. Coffee in hand, kiddos fed. Well, honey, wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. I asked Lily Rose before I started the stream. I was like, do you want me to feed you anything before I started the stream? Are you hungry? And she's like, no. And I was like, okay, well, let me know if you get hungry midway, and if I, whatever, how long, if I go for a while, like, just let me know. Yeah, I don't want to grab the book. I'm gonna interpret this card as just the mountains and the water and the track. On track, stay on track. One of my biggest messages coming through as well is that the being pushed and projected upon, to what point it's like everything's like trying to detract me, because it's so fucking surreal, right? How I'm living, what I'm doing, what's guided of me, that everything inside says that when it flows together, it'll be that thing of, yeah, it's not even I told you so moment. It's just, it's like in the version of the movie Cinderella, Ella, right? I don't know the actress's name. It came out in like 2015 or something. The version of Cinderella that is called Ella, right? She went from like right upstairs, like fucking locked in the fucking room and crying, and there's fucking, you know, and then finally somebody fucking heard her crying and listened and went to see. And that's where I'm at, in the sense that throughout my journey on my life path, I've not asked for help or reached out a lot. And so one of my biggest learning curves has been to not isolate, to show up anyways, do the vids, show up anyways, do the streams, show up anyways. And you know, like yesterday, I didn't like go into like my internal little hissy fit by myself. I used my two most powerful tools, angels at my side that were there to connect with me, you, Angelfish, and Michelle. And so it's like you guys are my little you know, my forest friends that can give me energy and hope, right? Until the true people, or you know, however it is that fucking my reality will manifest itself, right? Because I've been out of the loops of certain things and matrix stuff for years. So as other people are going through their stuff of like, oh, you know, like I have to quit my job, I really hate it, and then they keep going to their job all the time anyways, like I did all that, right? So the limbo and void of waiting for my timelines to come in as other people do their inner work and make their choices and, you know, step into their stuff is limbo. The squirrel. Believe in yourself. 5 and 7. Boom. Angelfish, the Omega dragon. White holding the blue sparkle eggs. Egg says, harness the divine feminine power of creation. Yeah. Yeah. I feel that at least I'm not completely stagnant. What does that mean? I'm still able to pump out lines. If I hadn't have found like what a Sharpie can do for me in the last year, I would not be able to hold my shit together. So I find one of the most interesting things is like I'm shaking. I'm so like scared in victim mode. Like that's the truth. I'm not, you know what I mean? That's where I'm at. But I managed to be able to at least pump out lines. That being said, those pumping out of lines and full circling it into what's next of where the lines must go to manifest a reality and to, you know, to produce something that's going to have a final product is, you know, it's just not coming. Angelfish says, intention, hold your vision, birth the higher consciousness. Boom, the dragons are here. Thank you. I was wondering, I feel the rainbow dragon a lot and the white and blue energy today. Angelfish, the rainbow dragon, brings the leap of joy that opens new doors. Yeah, that's what I need, is for like the doors, right? The doors to show up in my reality so I can like choose something. There's nothing to the aha moment. Angelfish says, have trust, rediscover wisdom, expect miracles, and accept opportunities. Yes. And that's the thing, is that everything inside of me is saying like stay so open-minded, because yeah, and expect the miracles. Expecting the miracle without like expecting it is the hardest right now, to be honest. I've believed in the miracle part of what's next all of my life to get me here, right? I didn't just like wake up in like a certain time frame and like start thinking this way. I consciously knew to, you know, stay always to get to these times. So that's what hurts the most, Angelfish. That's what I was saying to Michelle. I feel like a fucking liar, right? I feel like a liar. I don't feel authentic anymore because I have not manifested the miracles, or the miracles and opportunities and the aha, the clarity in order to be pivoted into a new reality, instead of these fucking things that you know. Seven of Coins and Dragon Tarot. I don't know about that, but the 7, that resonates a lot, sweetie. Thank you. The 5 and 7, Lily is the 5, I am the 7. 5 and 7 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, the Trinity. The Trinity of what is our base of our soul family needs to come full circle for us. I'm at the point where, you know what I mean? Lily's not a baby and she's not a toddler. And her childlike mind has been bombarded for a sustained year with stuff without anyone coming into our reality to replace or to elevate, to help her and me, you know, that feeling. Angelfish says, yeah, I haven't jumped out front yet, and I appreciate those of you who can. Thank you, Angelfish. Being out front is a whole other level. It really is. And that's one of the reasons that I can truly believe in myself and wait. Right? So instead of throwing myself into a bunch of timelines to try to manifest things that are not part of my plan, I have this inner faith, right? Because for myself, the mastering being in front of this camera and not having, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't faze me, right? And one of the things that I said before, and I'll say it again, and I fucking mean it, glory be to the day where I could be in a crowd, like up front, in a crowd, like with a crowd in front of me, and be doing this without the camera, because that part I had already mastered in my life of not being afraid of. So with the camera, 2.5 years of really like zero vanity. I don't care. I don't. You know what I mean? The readiness of how big it is, the more I'm ready for. And also, it's one of the reasons that the exchange of energy, when we choose to be up here and gift anything to anyone randomly, and how it feels. Yeah. What's next, right? What's next? Yeah. I thank those that stayed more background in order to help elevate us to have the confidence to do what we do when we're up front. Does that make sense? If we had not had the pure sources of just feeling the unconditional acceptance, no matter how we're showing up, you know, those of us that have any type of, you know, videos or live streams would not have been able to get to where we are, right? So if everybody had just jumped on board and done vids and been just attentive on what it means to be making the vid, but not appreciating and elevating those who do, we wouldn't have had the balance and the solid foundation that we've laid down. Does that make sense? It's a little bit like what you were talking about yesterday too. Like, I'm already well aware that I could do anything. Anything. I could paint my fucking toenails in a live stream that's for fans only. And people will come and pay for that. But guess what? If that's what people want to fucking support me for, they ain't gonna get that. It makes no fucking sense to me to just pump out something in order to receive when that's not of my heart space. Does that make sense? So what I do and then I gift and I just give away every time I live stream and every time I do a vid, my purpose is to be love and to give that away. And, you know, in all of the, like, you know, full circle stuff, we're going into a world with sharing, and that really nothing belongs to us, that we finally grasp that nothing is really ours. So, you know, that selfishness of, you know, I got a home and I'm going to plan my retirement and everything's going to be fine for me when I'm retired, instead of like, sharing that abundance so freely that nobody else could ever feel unsafe is the full circle of what we're heading into, no matter what. This is never the fifth dimensional perspective, does not just do things for self, it's for the greater good of the all. So yeah, Angel Fish, Spirit said it. I am the best support. Cheerleading is my thing, and I enjoy lifting up the squad. I don't know how to answer that right now, Eddie. I'm just going to lose it. If I do, there's just too much right now. There's just too much right now. I can't verbalize, right? Where you say, but why are you scared of what? I don't have the words right now. It's too much. A strawberry candle for Lily Rose today. Oh, that's beautiful. You're gonna make birthday cards today? Oh, that's awesome, sweetie. I did Michelle's birthday drawing yesterday, and I rarely color my drawings, right? Because I just want to pump out lines. But whenever I do color my drawings, I always take a picture of the black and white, right? Because I consider that all my drawings, if ever anyone so chooses to color them, becomes a co-creative project, not just mine. And that there's so many lines in my drawings that unless somebody did it intentionally to copy somebody else's exact colors, it's just not physically even possible that if 100 people decided to choose to color one same drawing, that anybody would ever color it the same colors. And yesterday I did Michelle Lee Cannon Free. Her birthday's on the 17th in 2 days, 2 sleeps, and I forgot to take a screenshot, just take a photo of the original black and white. And I forgot, and as I was coloring in and halfway through her drawing, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna do something so cool. I'm gonna like send this drawing to like XXXXX people, and they got 2 days to color it in. And then I realized I hadn't done that. So it was like, oh man, I had this thing that could have been an extra big surprise for Michelle, not just mine. And I forgot. And then inside of me is like, yup, for once, one of your drawings is going to be like 144%. Like, there's no copy of the black and white anywhere. I can't erase all that. And all the colors that I chose are the only ones that will ever be for her birthday. So in a way, it's kind of normal, right? Because I wanted to make her something with her just colors. It's really like colorful. It's really hard for me not to show it. I'm not good at surprises. I'm so not good at surprises that Michelle already knows that I'm making her a drawing.
Yeah. And I remember on Christmas, I got to open one gift, and I got colorful paper, and she said, I thought that would be good as well as the stats books, and I was wishing for a stats book.
Yeah,
And
I'm so bad.
I got to open it first.
I went shopping for Christmas on the 23rd because I'm not good at keeping the secret of what I got because I'm too excited. So I literally told Michelle yesterday, I was like, I know I should keep it a surprise, but really at this point, you don't need surprises. You need like just something good. And I was like, I'm going to make you a drawing for your birthday. Is there any way that, you know, Josh can get it printed for you, or that you guys can get it printed so that you have it in your reality? I can't send it through the mail. So it was like, and then I did the thing where I sent her little baby screenshots of the drawing. I know, I'm such a teasery. I couldn't help myself. You know, like how, even good stuff like that, secrets, like I'm not good at keeping that. Like if I have a surprise, I'm not good at that. Yeah. So I sent her just little like, oh, there's a snippet. There's another little snippet. And there's another little snippet. Just little baby parts.
Yeah.
But when I sent the baby parts like that, it gave me an idea for other things, right? Taking those colors and just like isolating them one little shot like that gave me an idea for stuff that I had never thought of before. So we'll see where that goes. Michelle's card is next. Angelfish says we're putting everyone on the cards too. If we get you at the same time. That's awesome. Yeah, one of the things that eventually I would like to do would be certain things. The names. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Can you hear my music?
No, I was just wondering. I
Okay.
heard the click of the spoon and I was wondering what you were eating.
Okay.
Hi, Anita. How are you doing, sweetie? Yeah, that nausea thing is like getting worse too, not better. Feels like yucky. 3 and 4, Maya Illusions. Tracker. This so looks like some sort of either Grand Canyon-esque or Australia, to me anyways. Never been to Australia, but when I see images, tracker, that makes so much sense too. Just, it's so big right now. Squirrel, believe in yourself, 5 and 7, 5 and 7 is 12. You just waking up? Right on, Anita. I'm not in one of those like wee amazing moods, so you might want to just like be like back away from Gigi right now. Right, back away from Gigi. I just don't want to have this vibration in the morning. Just giving you the solid heads up that I showed up to have the spot, and that's about it. Witch Moon has already come and gone, and so has Love Ball. They came in to like connect, and then they exited. Not in a bad way or anything, but it's like they came for what they needed in the moment, the messages that they put, and then back away from the Gigi. Yeah, back away. It depends, right? I'm okay with hearing and witnessing certain things, so I tend to lean in, right? It's like Michelle, she was texting me once and she felt like she had to stop, and I was like, no, go hard, let it all out, right? Like, fuck, let it all out. Don't stop. Don't stop. We always stop. Why would we stop? Don't stop. And then yesterday when I was like, like fucking ugly, at one point I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna just shut up, this is not gonna help you. She's like, yeah, it is, actually, it is gonna help me. I'm not backing down just because you don't feel good. I was like, oh my God, I love you for loving me, even if I'm a big pile of poo. I feel very, like, just whiny though. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm my full self. That being said, when my full self kicks back in, it'll be nice. I'm missing the feeling of the shivers and that bliss. This doesn't feel like bliss at all right now. That being said, this too shall pass. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I use the cheese? I want to make those nacho things in the microwave.
Yeah, but just be careful when, take what you need.
Yeah.
Don't leave cheese on the board after. Whatever cheese you grade, that you, whatever, shred, it has to go on that thing.
Yep.
Okay. Angel Fish says word G, called it keep it classy, Angel G's. Good, Eddie. I'm not in the best of, you know what I mean? I think going out in nature is a better bet for you right now. My signal is such crap here. It's time for a walk. Breathe in nature. Blessings and positive
Which
vibes.
cheese do you want me to use?
Which do you prefer, the white or the yellow?
Yellow.
Okay. Just take your time, okay? Because... Angel Fish says, I've been whiny last week and now I'm just stuck in pudding.
Mine.
I just need a spoon. How about a silver spoon, eh?
How about fish food?
Ooh, fish food. Angel Fish. She's gonna feed the fish. Angel Fish. 36.
No.
Intuition. Yeah. Anita says it's a stage of the spiritual awakening called the void. I believe we are feeling. Yes. Yeah. Intuition and illusions. Are you feeling at all any nausea and having tummy issues, Anita? Yeah. And that's the thing is that, you know, I didn't make it this far, and now this isn't my first pony ride of, you know, kind of not feeling like the void. And it's through this part that everything, you know, becomes amazing after. I do get it. I really do. You always have the tummy issues, sweetie. He loves you. I had been good in the last few years of it's rare that I bring those in or that I feel that, so. Void's full of pudding. Spread the word. Bring spoons or sporks. A spork, yeah. I feel like I should write a country song for you, Lily Rose. Nachos in the rain. You realize you're gonna have to go downstairs and come back up in the rain with your nachos all hanging loose?
Yeah.
Right on.
Do you know where the cheese grater is?
I think it's in the drawer.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I put it there because the last time I found it there and I was like, oh, that's a good place for it. Instead of down below.
I'm gonna call Amy first.
Yeah. I'd really rather not turn the oven on for like 10 minutes just to get notched. Oh my God, you scared me. He's like rubbing his butt against me, guys. Ooh, I almost put my hand in your butt. Sorry, dude. He's scared to... He was behind me and like, rubbing up. I know you don't like being on camera. A little bit of more bow. Just a little bit. Caddy. I swear. We're blessed to find such an amazing cat. Spark it good. Spork it good, yeah. Yeah, kitty love. He is very present, that's for sure. Yeah. Very present. See how the Lionsgate energy feels.
Mom,
Yeah, honey.
Amy wants a Mr. Noodle. I don't know what that is.
What's the white stuff on the floor? Is that?
It's milk, I think.
Okay, could you just wipe it with your finger, the other one, and then just wipe your hand? I forget where it went. Here, one of each.
She wanted the yellow one.
Cool. She can have one of each. You're not using this, right?
No, I was taking it down because she said it was behind the pizza thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Bring her so she has one of each. We'll have to ask if she wants another one, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Alex. Yes, he is handsome. He's so handsome. His name is Beau. B-E-A-U is Beau, is handsome in French for masculine. That's his name. But I spell it B-O-W.
Yeah, like a bow and
His
arrow.
literal name is handsome, translated.
And he is very handsome.
Angel fishes. I used to be so in fear. I wouldn't think things or say them out of fear. I would create it. Same. And that's the thing, is that when we're in a sustained fear, fight or flight, victim kind of mentality, you know, whatever, it's very hard to not manifest more, right? So that's why I always just leap in of trying to help others elevate how they feel and wanting people to just acknowledge, do I feel safe or not? Once we actually realize we don't feel safe and that we can get it out, it pivots us into a different awareness. So the being in it sustained and having zero break from it is taking its toll, right? So that's it. It's like the way that the sirens are constant now. Like, it's like fucking all the time, day, but added at night. And that's the thing. Here in our reality in Northeast Ontario, they don't use sirens unless they need to at night, especially even during the day. They're only used when they're needed. They're not just popping off sirens as a, you know, form of any kind of, you know, manipulation and control. The way that it is here up north, people only use them when they need them. So the fact that the inner knowing that for months now sustained the reality of the people, right? The people working, the paramedics, the police, the fire crews and all that, that they're, you know, if I feel like how I feel, and I'm not even a part of seeing it all, I just feel it all, how, you know, just, so, searching for positive imprinting has been a bitch slap and a half, because in my reality, people that were very secure and things were always good when we talked, in the last, you know, we're being ripped apart no matter what of who we're meant to be talking to and how we're meant to be interacting. I completely see that, right? But that being said, kindness matters. So people who had never projected or said hurtful or yucky shit are the voices that I have in my head. There's not new voices.
Can you do a favor for me?
Of course.
Open those. I wrote this.
Take your time, because nachos will, if you move the plate, nachos slide off a plate. They're another item that usually we put something, so be careful. So that's the thing. The things, you know, that safe spot of just like going, you know, for 2 days to not have these sounds and these things is just not possible right now for me in my reality. There's nowhere that feels like that. So at this point right now, and this is hard to say because I have walked the walk. You know, I've thrown everything in the car and gone off for months camping and slept in the middle of nowhere without even feeling fear, just knowing I would be guided to the right places. But especially after Saturday. Was it Saturday? What day was it? Whatever. The leather beach fucking dude on the beach. There's nowhere calling me that feels safe, and because of what I've lived in my reality in the last couple weeks, there's nothing that would make me put my child in a car and go somewhere else unless guided. Like if I feel it, I'm out of here, right? To go camping somewhere and get out of Dodge, but nothing feels like that. So one of my most safest places last week to have the interaction that I had Lily been there, it would have been or not. I had just vacuumed. What I would do is turn the light on, like the 3-second rule. That's what I'll do, but I feel like for all of us to have the place is nice, right? Yeah, Anita, Schumann has been off the charts. Yeah. Me knows. And that's the thing is, like, legit, I not only, like, you know, researched, educated myself, trained for this part for years. So if who's known, we've talked about this like for fucking years, that the earth will restructure itself. You know, everything that's happening, you know, as above, so below, is for the greater good of the all. It's all in love. Whether it looks like chaos, it is. It's fucking shitty, but that's what people are choosing, right? So, you go, Lococo. Even within the spiritual community, we don't have a collective serenity, right? There's so much fear-based programming just still within, you know, people who say that they feel certain ways aren't even, you know, have that inside. So the bombardment of everything that's popping off, that's happening. I'm 49. Some things I never lived in my whole reality. So it's like, okay, this is not karma coming back. This is like, none of this is nothing I've ever even dreamed could happen in my life path. So it's so surreal. And here's the thing, is like, as soon as it's like, boom, I don't know, I'm gonna shut up for that. It's good now, not buffering anymore. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, underwhelmed. The fear is still so strong. Yeah. I think that one thing for sure, Michelle, if I ask, like, you know what I mean? Like, why? Why do I feel such fear, right? Well, first of all, like, just, I do. But having the fear that I have now, and being able to have just the few lifelines that I have who truly are ready to love me even if it's really bad, right? Because guess what? If I was streaming right now and all perky, like, it's a different feeling, right? But I am not like that all the time. Holy fuck, it blows my mind how people like want to think I'm so wise and so strong, yet it's like, I've been here for 2.5 years saying I'm just doing my best like everybody else. I ain't fucking strong. I'm doing what I gotta do, and that's fucking it, right? So to have witness like you and Angelfish who are like fucking listening to what I'm saying for real, not pushing it out, is helping teach me about what like fucking unconditional love is. Like, I'm 49 years old, and the people who say, because they do love me, but that say they love me don't even know 3/4 of my fucking stories of my life path, because after just the little baby like they fucking like right, back away from fucking hearing anymore. And it's like, what the fuck? Because if you can't even listen to what I feel and have lived, and you got the judgment and think that it's hard to hear, imagine having lived it. If you can't even listen to it one time and witness it, imagine how it feels in my fucking body having lived it. And now I'm going into a year of fucking sustain, like this has this. I got a year of fucking shit that nobody who says they love me even fucking wants to hear about or knows about. So what it's teaching me is like, just not incubate, not fucking isolate, and that there's actually people, you know what I mean, that are, you're still gonna be there for me, Michelle, Anita, Angelfish, Angie. And that's the thing, is we don't always communicate through the emails, the texts and stuff. Like, in my heart, I know I'm not being like, that it's good, it's pure. Does that make sense? Exactly, Michelle. And nobody is that way all the time. And I have zero judgment of people who want to just choose to show up when it's easy and when everything's going well, and that even when it's not going well, they pretend that it is in order to, project themselves as how they want to be seen. But guess what? It doesn't help me anymore to see like all the fuck, because I already feel it in the background. So, you either resonate with being here and getting some stuff out today and listening to my fucking squawky voice as I go from bounce from one thing to another, or you don't. But it really shows who shows up, right? What is tribe? What is brother? What is sister? Like, there's so many people who've said like, oh, I love you, sister, and you I'm fucking there for you, ride or die. And it's like, where the fuck are you now? You fucking gone, baby, gone, and you fucking can't even reach out and say, how you doing? Fuck you. In the most nicest way, right? And I think of Jansu. She sent us stuff twice, right? Jansu is like our fucking fairy godmother, god sister, from another fucking country, sending me and Lily Rose gifts in order to make us feel like our home has her in it. Like, that's so big. It's so huge, right? It's not like just, it's so big. To turn around and have angelfish. I got angelfish on both sides, like a drawing on this side, a drawing on that side. Sometimes is the only thing that is makes life fucking worth doing the stuff for, is to be able to manifest the reality when we do all can be together, right? When we do and we can all be together. Anita, I think I need to talk to you, sweetie, whether it's written out or not. Thank you for writing that out. It's the littlest things of my tool chest that I'm overlooking and not even doing. Anita says, have you tried the mantra to remove fear? They really work, Michelle. No, I haven't. And whenever I see a little mantra, I tell myself, every time you feel batshit, just repeat, repeat, repeat. And I'm not even able to grab the words to do it. And last night, one of the things is like, my thoughts are so fucking ugly. Like, they're so full of fear. All I'm fucking do is the fucking negative voices, right? Every fucking projection is what's coming up in my thoughts, instead of my thoughts being how, clean, pure, good. Oh, Anita, you're right. Just listen to one. You don't have to say anything. Yeah. Thank you, Anita. A lot of me as well, and this is what's coming up, is that I'm allowing all the ugly thoughts in order to eliminate them. So meaning, I'm not pushing the thoughts away and covering them with something else, because they're not gone. They have to get out of me, right? So if I suppress and I believe it's time for the mantras now, right? That's why you just put it into my reality, because it's like, last night as well, I was thinking like, okay, I've been up from 1:44 till 8 a.m. If my mind monkey's not done with this shit yet, like, what the fuck, right? Enough, because just enough. Like, kick into the next part. It's enough, right? You gotta allow the thoughts, you gotta allow the feeling, but at some point, hearing my fucking rah, 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 get a job, do this, you should have done this, you did this fucking 10 years ago, and blah, 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 blah. Like, what the fuck? Get out of my head. The mantras get me past every time. Exactly, Michelle. Zero real world support. Yeah. I love you, baby girl. Push through. You might have zero real world support, but you got fucking angels everywhere, baby girl. He loves you. If you want, I will show you your birthday drawing right now, just to make you smile. Let me know if you want me to show it. Okay? Happy early birthday. Merci, Alex. Je t'aime, Michel. Je t'aime, Geneviève. I don't know why I read Michelle. Je t'aime. Je t'aime aussi, Alex. Je t'aime parce que t'as pas peur. You're not a chicken shit. You will listen to me whether I'm snorting giggles like a monkey or crying like a rabid fucking bleh, dead piece of crap. Near or far, you always just everything. And you do this for more than me. It's not just me. All of us. You witness us. You don't just look at the videos that are happy and easy. You witness them all. You are one of the masculine rising in the whole wide world, Alex. That if I hadn't had the example of what it's like to have somebody who's a man show up, whether I'm fucking crying or laughing, is amazing. Thank you, Alex. You say that and it's real to me. Donc, je n'ai pas dit que I love you. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta say though, for myself, Anita, if you have a specific, it's 222 when you wrote that. If you have a specific channel that you trust, that you think would resonate with me, if you would share it with me, I will be guided to it if it's meant to be me that finds it. But to be honest, there's a lot of subliminal stuff on YouTube as well that I've listened to that didn't give me the pure feeling, right? It actually hurt and put me into different states that I didn't even have before, right? So if you're feeling a certain thing and you go listen to mantras and music, like tones and stuff like that, and then you come out of it and everything like is fucking like shaking, That's not how it's supposed to be. There's an ease and a flow. I know the difference because I've had both types of, things. So I'm very weary and I'm cautious and I'm so careful. I wouldn't just go press on any kind of thing because some of them have, they hurt me. I had to eject what was put in that wasn't even there in the first place. Alex says praying is also a mantra. Yeah. Yeah, Michelle, the negative loops. I so get it. We have to observe our thoughts. Yes, Anita. Anita says, find out the self-limiting thoughts and beliefs. Being aware of the thoughts is enough. Show you on Saturday? Okay. Lovely, Michelle. Thank you, Anita. I would love it if you did send me on Instagram. Alex, I as well. I don't pray from the Bible. I have my own prayers. Yeah. And right now my prayers are like, what the fuck? Help me. I need help. I need guidance. I need support. Like, what the fuck? Where's my team? Where's like the fucking like, wah? Right? So that ain't probably the best prayer right now. It's not, Emoji King. Hey. Michelle Canham Free. Special love come to you by way of Emoji King's direct line of God. Oh, Michelle, honey. Nate's been up since 4:30. I was awake from 1:44 to about 8-ish in the morning, and then I fell asleep from 9 to 9:20. So it was a rough night. Like, I feel like I haven't slept for a week. Just one little night of not having the sleep already feels like it's been a week. My body's nauseous. I got that sandy feeling in my eyes, like I've been on a road trip driving for 24 hours. So, love you. I can't imagine. So, fuck. Your eyes feel like that as well too, Anita? Very itchy and stuff. Yeah, me too. Hard to focus sometimes as well. A lot of different tone changes in the last 24 hours too. I didn't do the timestamps to get that in our messages just because it's like shocking, the tone changes. Oh, thank you. Anita says I sent it to you and Michelle. Thank you. Right on, emoji. I love you, Genevieve. I'm walking on the sun. Good. I'm glad for you, sweetie. It's very rainy right here.
It's pouring.
Yeah, it's pouring.
You should probably close your window.
That's the only air. I really don't care, sweetie. It depends which way it's coming in, but I need the air. We've only got 2 windows in the whole apartment that open and have a screen, so any air is a gift right now. Right? Yeah, and the rain has been so sustained that when I went out this morning, there's weird ass fucking puddles in places that there shouldn't be. So whatever accumulation has been a lot in the night and in the morning. It actually I was up all night, all morning. It started raining only after dawn. So for it to only start raining after dawn, but there's specific puddles, like when Lily Rose just went outside a half an hour ago or whatever, like she said, it's like, so. Emoji King, the sucker things get, the more resilient I get until I crack, then I get back up. I didn't come to this earth to be more resilient though, guys. Right? I didn't. It's not why I lasted. Is to not. It's not a badge of honor anymore to be resilient. It hurts. It's not funny. It's fucking inhuman. The isolation that me and Lily Rose have without support. I would never. I have never, and I will never let anybody live the way I live if they're telling me they're living this way, ever. It's just not fucking possible. Does that mean I can go and get them with my hand in reality? No. Does that mean I can send them fucking money and make them everything better? No. But fuck, I will walk the walk, and I always have, and I fucking always will, to be able to witness, because fuck, just the being able to be an adult, to speak to an adult and say stuff and not get projected upon, but have another fucking view, or just a fucking, you know, it's everything. And you know, my live streams are all there, and it's all in all the live streams. How many people have come into my live streams in the last year where I asked, are you safe right now? And they say no. No, I'm not. But within 24 hours to 6 days of having witness, having support from us, they are in a different reality. So I fucking know that yes, it is all my, like, all me. But guess what? I also know that when I give the witness and when I am there really listening, it pivots people into another reality. It does. It is. So, you know, may I get back what I've gifted and given away for years. Years. Right? Michelle says, your place in sounds exactly like my place in Peterborough, except I was on the ground floor with people above me fighting and flooding my place. I'm blessed. Dennis, the man above, you know what I mean? We don't have chaos above. I'm blessed. I've never lived anywhere like this, ever, in my life. Ever. You know what I mean? Ever. So, coming from a resort, and then the little cottage I have off the beach, and then, you know, I'm in 2 years sustained of like, what the fuck am I doing here? This is not my real reality. How do I, you know, manifest more and do better and have better? Yeah, it's just like, whoa. Lily, we're in the middle, and Amy's downstairs. So, one of the most, it's like shocking almost, because Amy is downstairs, but she's not lived the stuff that we lived. So the shooting, for example, and other things that happened, she doesn't hear it. She never heard it. Her being downstairs and the way that it is, and she is the kind of person who always has some sort of either white noise on, or like she sleeps with a movie or music at all the time. So she didn't live what we lived, even if she was the one on the ground floor, because the way that it is, and you know what I mean, she didn't live any of it. So exactly, Emoji King, give it all away. You're gonna anyways. Yeah. And that's part of what I'm here to bring into the new reality is we're here to find our purpose and give it away. You know what? At some point, that's it. So embodying that 144% is what I'm doing. Right? I left my moccasins outside on the deck last night, And it's funny because I was even outside in the middle of the night and I saw them and I was like, oh, I don't know why I didn't grab them. So when I woke up this morning and I was like, where's my moccasins? Shoot. So now they're soaked. And unless we get some wind or something, I don't know how they're going to dry. Or when the sun comes out, but... Yeah, Michelle says, same house, just a totally different timeline. Yeah. For myself, I wish Lily would have at least been younger. She wouldn't have been conscious of 3/4 of what, you know, what goes on and what it is, all the stuff the same way. But that's a part of her journey, right, as well. So I can't, you know, protect our children from everything that's exterior of us. Bearing fruit. Michelle says something is on the horizon. Yeah, I believe that as well, Michelle. I really do. I really, really, really do. Yeah, Michelle says exactly. Nick was young when I was alone. Yep. And what it's doing to our mental, that she's, you know, the golden children and crystal children don't have like the mentalities of like, you know, like children the same way already, right? So her constantly being with just me and the survival mode and the fear and the exterior stuff and the me that's been doing this for years, saying this is going to manifest us community, this is what's going to get us to have people of like minds in our reality. And it's beautiful. There's people all over the world. I got people in almost every fucking country in the world right now that we could live with and be fucking self-sustaining, you know, units of 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 even, depending on which region. But there's nobody in Canada. What the fuck, right? And you would think that it would be like, okay, Genevieve, nobody's in Canada, start getting your passport, and Lily Rose, and you were just going to go. And it's like, no, that's not what's being asked of me. Not at all. Right? Not at all. Yeah, Anita. My son experienced so much trauma I went through, especially with the men. He's very protective over me with men now. Thanks for writing that, Anita. That's the thing. For myself, I took myself out of all realities and I never took the paths of being with anybody so that Lily Rose would not have that. But now we have it in our reality with the exterior fights that happen all the time. Like, all the time. So a lot of me is like, what was the fucking point of me not being in reality so we wouldn't, you know, hear this to us? Great. But now we're still hearing it from others, right? So Rose has, you know, one specific people that are close that she trusts, she feels safe with, and when, you know, shit hits the fan there, and she knows inside, but that people are allowed to be angry. But guess what? When you're allowing yourself to be angry at 1 a.m. when you've had alcohol and what it feels like for everybody else, you know, and there's no judgment. It's not even like people need to express themselves, and it's not happening in the most beautiful, safest, pure way, right? It's not shits and giggles and unicorns. So, yeah, Michelle, it's a fucking joke. Nobody. What the biggest joke is that, yeah. It's the biggest joke of all, for sure. Biggest fucking joke. Yeah. So the ripple effect of what others choose. And that's the thing, is like, in a way, it's just like, okay, it makes her stronger too, right? To understand that people have emotions and to understand her discernment, you know, right? As a 9-year-old girl, she already knows how to discern, we should call 911 or we don't call 911. How fucking beautiful, right? Like, fuck. Right. And that's the thing, is that within my path, ultimately, I want my divine union, my masculine in my life, right? But that's not like, like this. So to live in a house of friendship and kinship is like the ultimate goal for me, really, right? Everybody doing what they need to do, but in an interconnected way that makes it that nobody is like, so it's like, what the fuck? And I'm gonna be honest, one of the hardest things to be open for myself is that it's real. I do have the childlike mind, and I see everybody's soul signature and soul light. So it's like when that dude came up to me on the beach the other day, Michelle, he's glowing for me. He was glowing. He's a beautiful being. Even the first 10 minutes we talked, it was awesome. It was amazing. He needed to get the things out he needed, and there was a flow. And then all of a sudden, his little click inside of whatever fucking fentanyl, Oxycontin fucking shit is in his head, because I know it's like one of those things, because other things I have knowledge about, right? When something like fucking like clicked inside of him to like change his tune. And then all of a sudden I realized, like, whoa, he's got more wounds on his body than I've ever seen on a human, right? I've never seen this before in real life. Oh, his pants are falling down, and he has a leather fucking harness around his fucking balls. I swear, all I was saying is, don't let me see the fucking more. Make sure I don't fucking see more. I can't handle this shit. And meanwhile, I'm in a bikini. So this is what the universe is bringing into my reality. I'm reading cards that say my soul family's coming, and and all this. But instead of meeting somebody on the beach, having an epic conversation, and being invited to go for a fire, and starting to manifest a fucking reality with people who are of like mind. Yeah, when the switch flipped. So guess what? I have zero judgment. If anything, I already told you, Michelle, I was brought into his reality that in the moment where everything came out, like, this man is either really fucking important and he's going to get his shit together or not. And I was the person in between sent to like, and it would have been a beautiful gift, for him to just like flip the switch and say anything. But when you're sitting there in a fucking bikini, having non-judgment and having a conversation with somebody that, just like I said, all humans glow for me now. So it don't matter if somebody's a fucking killer, don't matter what they're doing, what they've done, I see their soul. But when you're in the middle of that, and then all of a sudden it fucking, there's no words for what, when inside says, like, you're safe no matter what, but you're sitting there and your body's like fucking half naked, and there's a fucking somebody whose flip just switched, and he's gone from seeing somebody and having a conversation to fucking realizing I could milk her fucking bikini bottom right now, right? So that thing of like, how I even manifest this? I've never spoken to anybody like this in my fucking lifetime. So, how is this the exchanges? But again, my me wraps it around, it's not about me. It's a soul contract. This man needed somebody to see him the exact way I saw him. I didn't see him coming up from up the beach and say like, fuck this, I'm judging that and I'm going away. No, I did exactly what Jesus would fucking do. Exactly what Jesus would do. For the whole timeline of it. Right? And after that, it's like when I got guided, I wasn't even super hungry, Michelle. And when I got guided to go to that chip stand that I shared with you, you know what I mean? And why did I get guided there? So I could share my meal with somebody who needed it. I wasn't even fucking hungry. I went anyways because it's like, well, I'm hungry enough to eat and I'm being guided to go there. As I'm sitting there and I'm drawing the drawing, remember how I said I'm going to do this drawing and if I can get her done before my order comes up, I'm going to give it to them. And then somebody walks by, picks up a cigarette butt. What would you do if you were like ordering takeout, sitting there waiting, drawing, and somebody grabbed a cigarette butt in front of you? Well, what did I do? Grab my fucking pack of cigarettes, grab half, run after her to give it to her. And then invited her back because she needed food. So, it's really beautiful, all these things, but at some point, my life has to bear fruit to have a timeline. Being randomly guided to be places to help others, guess what? If I'm randomly guided to be in places to help others, well, show up the ones that are to be for me to do that too, right? That's it. It's not fucking rocket science, man. What I give, I receive. It's the fucking laws, isn't it? So I'm supposed to like hold on through all of this fucking fear and all this shit of stuff that, okay, surpass for life to bear fruit and not just be random little events everywhere like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Anita. I see the wounds in people. It's intimidating sometimes. I can see their trauma and blockages. I also see the soul. But that's the thing, Anita. When I see the soul, all that trauma and blockages doesn't exist. Right? So the first view, the soul, all that stuff's not even real. It is once the rest. But ultimately, and I have no judgment. Like none. I think it's beautiful that I was brought into those situations because I know I'm not afraid. But it does make me weary of knowing the world, what people are choosing right now is not always the best. I do feel that in my reality, for how it's going and how many incidents are actually happening all the time, I feel like I was very blessed, right? That his switch flipped, but it didn't flip into overdrive of more. And I just don't think that's enough anymore to live in a way where you just feel happy to not have been fucking aggressed on the fucking beach. Where you're just grateful that you could be there to bring messages for somebody when what the fuck? That's what I need for myself, right? Yeah. Michelle says, I have the same questions in my reality, different situations, but the same takeaway feeling. Yeah. Yeah, Anita, I always give too. And I know I was completely guided. Even what I ordered was so different. I never get what I got, right? I'm a burger and poutine kind of girl. That's it. And what I ordered was specifically like, when I saw it on the menu, it was like, this is what you're getting. Okay. And excited too, because I hadn't eaten that in a long time. I don't even really like chicken anymore. And it's like the homemade chicken fucking tenders that I was guided to get. And when the plate came and it was bigger than my ass, I was like, what the fuck? I got enough food for me and Lily here for 2 fucking days. Not really, but I knew.
I ate a lot in 2 days.
I knew I was bringing home like a shitload of food for Lily Rose because I wasn't going to be able to finish that. But then it was not what right? And that's the thing is, Anyways. Yeah, where is my walking, talking Jesus for sure, eh, Michelle? When is somebody going to be Jesus for you? Sometimes I think it's more Joseph. I'm not sure. Jesus or Joseph, JJ. Yeah, me need my walking, talking Jesus for sure. Bearing fruit. Yeah, Michelle. Is it just the one way now? And is it always going to be just the one way? The thing that flows, Michelle, and I know I've said this to you before, when two givers come together, a whole entire paradigm changes. So when my giver comes into my life, for me to elevate and, support someone and be elevated and supported, I'm unfuckable with. You know what I'm saying? And that's why this is happening this way. I completely see the bigger picture. The unfuckable withness also has to do with the timelines. If I've been offered everything, every last temptation of Christ, so is my walking, talking Jesus. Right? So maybe he's not doing so good in the fucking temptations and he's sidetracked like a lot. And he's getting himself away from some fucking batshit stuff. I don't know anymore. Right? But that's the thing. Every single thing that you ever thought you wanted is always offered. Everything that you were going towards. So like, let's just say like, somebody's, you're getting offered more, or you're getting offered more shit, depending, in order to, so that we gravitate. And this I say for myself, but for all, right? It's like for you, Anita, where you said your son is very, he ain't gonna let anybody fucking slip into your reality. Believe me, Lily Rose doesn't either. There's only a few people I've ever connected with and talked with that are masculine that Lily Rose, was like, yeah, hey, Jack, like fucking go pop on the screen. Jack. Didn't care. But there's other people where the second the fucking connection, she's like, rah, and active. And there's like, it's not smooth in the back. She don't want me there. She don't know why she don't want me there, but she don't want me there. So imagine that feeling you're going to have, Anita, when a man comes into your reality and your son is like, this dude is awesome. And you're going to be like, what? I'm finally fucking like got a green light. And he's going to be like, yeah, this is it. This is safe. This is my soul contract as well. Because that's the thing, right? It ain't just about me. It's about the soul contracts that Lily Rose has as well. So 2 years now of people exiting her reality and not entering our reality. 3/4 of this doesn't even have to do with me. It's like, what the fuck? Where's the person that are here to help Lily Rose, who she is, her soul contract, right? Like fucking, it's big. It's big. These next parts of our journey, Anita, we've always, worked towards. So it can't just be any fruit, It's not about dating. It's about the ultimate soul contracts of who's going to help me for real embody this person that I've shown for years and manifest more. Right? Because I know it is not just about me sitting here eternally flipping cards. It's about me having the sidekick and the this and then that and all of the stuff. Like, there's so much more. Like, if there's so much more that it doesn't make sense to me. I get angry that I'm still talking alone because it's like there's like, I'm supposed to have my fucking, and like the interaction. If I've already like sustained how I can do it this way, whoa. But that's the thing, is that the greater purpose of it is not about, it's about the greater good of the all. Well, that mindset needs to be completely in place, all right? So it's big. Alex, thank God I'm an atheist. I know that no matter what, Michelle, especially the last year of what I've gone through, what I live, makes it that I have zero judgment when somebody tells me their story. Makes it that all I would wish is to make somebody feel safe, listened to, honored, respected. I'm a vault. I've been told things in my lifetime that other people don't even know about their husbands, their wives, or their grandfather and their reality. And so it's just like, this me that I am also has to be accepted, that I'm not done just because somebody's going to come into my life. We are going to build more together to help others, right? It's about us building more for others. So it's not about, it has nothing to do almost with any matrix type of love that we've ever seen. It's so about divine union to elevate the all that, doesn't even make any sense on some level, because there's not any enough examples of it yet. Right? I don't know. And in a way too, it's funny to me because it's like, I don't know. I lost the train of thought. I don't know. I lost the whole train of what I was going to say. Must not have been that funny, eh? Mama Killa. The moon. Into the blue. Into the blue. Into the blue. Yeah, Michelle, divine union. There's been a lot of talk about the twin flames and stuff. For myself, there's a part of that I resonate with. We are all our own twin flame. There also is the reflection in couples and stuff, but I don't resonate with the twin flame program. The whole runner, chaser, all of that is part of, it's just part of the shit show to me. But I resonate with the divine union. You know what I mean? With the fact that there are some of us who know so much, as above, so below, that we won't take certain timelines because we already feel the specific energy signature that's meant to be with us. So no one can bypass to make my body feel a certain way, or my mind, or my heart even, because they don't have the energy signature that is mine. And that's part of what divine union means for me. So the twin flames, soulmates, karmics, and all that, right? But when you have divine union that you're born for, I would say, it's the knowing that it doesn't matter, what could be offered, because that thing inside cannot bloom for anyone else. So it's so divine that it doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter like how close the frequency and energy and chemistry and all of that. That one thing that needs to happen for the bloom to happen can't be imitated. It can't be copied. It can't be taken out of the sinks. It can't be faked. Personally, there's already things in myself that I already know that will happen when I have that knowing, because first of all, visions, dreams, and it's how I've asked my body for the last 15 years, especially the last 6 years, how I've asked my body, right? So it doesn't matter. It can't be bypassed if inside of me doesn't have that bloom thing that is divine. So it surpasses lust, it surpasses being lonely, it surpasses thinking that energy is good, we could connect. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I couldn't, you know what I mean? I couldn't even if I tried, because that divine signature does a different thing than all the other things. Does that make sense? Does that make any sense at all? Yeah, Michelle, divine unions, hardly any examples. Isn't that sad? Yes and no. You know, we've only lived the bullshit of the programs. We're just starting to discover what real friendship feels like, Michelle, right? So I'm 49. I've had friendships on and off always in my life. But what does unconditional mean? Right? Unconditional literally means that if I disappear from here tomorrow and I don't text anybody and I just don't do this for now, that you're still gonna, you know, we're still gonna feel each other. We're still connected. It bypasses the need for anything. Yeah. Angelfish, holy shite, 4 helicopters, 11:44, 2 satellite planes, 2 flew by, 2 timed, moon day, 11:41. Yeah, I as well. We actually had, there's just no point in trying to get, like, my camera doesn't, you know, capture it, but and I'm not good at describing planes, but, I've never had a plane fly over me like that. Like, literally, like at one point it was like, if you're just gonna do fucking tricks over the house, could you just fucking come pick me up? No joke. Like, no fucking joke. Like, it's like, how is this even allowed in a fucking, you know, downtown for somebody to be flying by and then flying by and then flying by? Like, who the fuck flies like that anyways? Like, so that's how surreal and just like, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm naive because I never fucking lived downtown before. But guess what? I came downtown all my fucking life. I've lived near this place or been through it. And except for when, you know, military comes in to do Armed Forces Day, I've never seen fucking planes this way in my life here. So, you know, sometimes I doubt myself, like the flight paths have changed. Yeah, they have, because this was not common before, right? But yeah, the one thing yesterday, like, after 4 times, you know what? I'm that kind of girl where you want to fucking fly over the house 4 times. Well, good. You keep going, Joe. And I fucking came in the house. It's so like, I know, maybe I'm like, you know, not connecting with blah, 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 but it's like, what the fuck? The teaserness of the synchronicities of everything that flows and the signs and everything is like, it's getting old. It's getting so old that really, what do I care if like the fucking birds are out there singing right now when it's like, hello, could I get a fucking conversation instead? You know, like, fuck. And I'm letting it out. It's like a little hissiness, but yeah, Alex, what has to happen is going to happen. Yeah, Angelfish, exactly. Not in flight path, all military or unmarked. Well, one time it was a Goodyear blimp. Dude, I haven't seen a blimp in so long. I didn't even know they still made those. Yeah. Spirit said, watch the sky for signs. That's the birds and the ships. Yeah, me too. And that's why I have I have only the life of the Sinks and nature. I'm like some sort of fucking weird ass fucking Cinderella kind of like, I'm surprised mice don't turn into fucking money for me, or that I don't find like pumpkin seeds and that I can't turn them to gold. That's how surreal my life is of, it's all just the signs, the birds, the ships, the ants, the spiders, the dragonflies, the butterflies, like the beetles on the beach. The other, like a couple weeks ago, Michelle, when it's like guided to go to the water. Why? To grab that little beetle, dude, take him out of the water, and so to save his like fucking little ass life, right? So, ooh, really? Alex, today an American helicopter forced landing in the middle of Bucharest. Am I saying it right? Bucharest? Wow. I would wonder what that American pilot's name is. No joke. Why? Because there's a synchronicity in that, and that would be a message for me. I might actually check that out later. A lot of events, things that happen with random military planes and helicopters, when I go in and get the names, is one of a very big sign of certain things that are happening collectively and where we're at in certain things of like the plan type of thing. Yeah, you get it, Angelfish. Hi, Al. Aw, thanks for checking in, dude. Hey, everyone, I'm in Kansas, heading to Denver. Wow. Thanks for checking in. My Kansas sinks are really big this week, so I'm not surprised you're there, Al. That's so cool. Heading to Denver. Yeah. We specifically had the weirdest Kansas thing happen the other day. So you know how U-Hauls, I don't know if it's like this in the States, but in Canada, U-Hauls are plated from, well, obviously they're not the same. In Canada, U-Hauls are plated from the United States, right? So they're here in Canada, but they're plated for the United States because of the way they can get their insurance and their it costs them less, right? So, our Canadian fucking U-Hauls, a lot of them have U.S. plates. So specifically, the U-Haul that was in front of us the other day had Kansas plates, but there was a dude image painted or whatever on the U-Haul, and I swear I'm not sure because I was driving. If it would have been pulled over, I would have went to see. It was like the image of a guy, but his eyes were like, I don't know if somebody had put, if somebody like screwed in two eyes, or it was surreal.
We were literally following it.
Yeah.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose, but
where
I
we
was like,
wanted
do you?
to go, we were
I was like,
following it.
seriously, I would actually wonder
It
if
was
those are little
staring at
cameras staring at us because it was so
Yeah.
creepy,
He
weird.
had white eyes.
Yeah, it was so weird. And that was one of my Kansas things this week, and I was sitting there going, "Oh my God, we're not in Kansas anymore." I would be so annoying if I was in Kansas. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Every time I would see a black dog in Kansas, I would run over and say, "Is his name Toto?" Oh, Alex, it was a military helicopter. They never say the pilot's name on TV. I guess they only say the pilot's names if they passed away or something, not for regular stuff, but I still wonder. I really do. I don't know why, but I really wonder. Yes, so not in Kansas, Toto. Yeah, could you imagine Michelle being in Kansas and not looking at a black dog and thinking, is that Toto? Like, really? Like, if I met somebody in Kansas whose name was Dorothy, I would have a field day with that. I could go for hours with that. Boom, saying you said Toto as I typed it. Toto is Africa, right? And Rosanna. I don't think we listened to Rosanna enough. There was no casualties, Alex. Good. Nothing gets to me so much as a helicopter. A helicopter crash and stuff. That just, I don't know why. It's just the way that I am. I'm gonna circulate, move around a bit, and then see what should or could be next. Cause I don't know.
Will these still work as the iced tea thing?
I don't think he would like that very much, but you can see everything here is done. Would you throw that in the garbage? Because it's hard for me to know. Because there would be none left, right? It's all gone. It's all garbage. Just the box doesn't work. This could work. Raspberry. I'm not aware. I never make tea that way. Try it. If it doesn't work, we can just boil water, right? Yeah. And put the nachos away, please, girlfriend.
Yep.
Boom. Really? Nick's dentist is Dr. Toto. I'm gonna go to Texas, to Kansas, and I'll take you with Go Hug Sarah Bear. Yeah, for me, I think it's just Amber Trixie that's in Kansas. That's, you know, tribe vibe that I know. But that being said, it's like, no, there's someone else that, there's people that are from Kansas but had relocated as far as I know, but they could be back in Kansas. But Michelle says, maybe this is one long fever dream. I don't know, Michelle. Ooh, Kansas. Yeah, the band Kansas. Dust in the Wind. Good one. Dust in the Wind. Yeah, Angel Fish has got to get to Texas too. Need a wee Witch Moon hug. New York, then into Canada. Gonna get off this damn porch. It's that song, My Front Porch Looking In. It's a country song. Lone Star. They did Amazed and Sitting on My Front Porch Looking In or something. I forget the words. I haven't listened to it in a long time. I do know for sure though, like for sure, that thing that, you know, I'm not sure if I'm going east or west or, you know, what's next, is that it wouldn't have even been amazing for me and Lily Rose to go out west and, you know, be in the middle of the midst of all these fires and all these things. I don't listen to a lot of news and stuff, but I specifically went to get like to hear the information of where the fires are in Canada, right? Because I've imprinted British Columbia from top to bottom. There's only certain highways that I never traveled in my life in British Columbia. That's how much of an anchor of the ley lines I've been since a child. And specifically, like, when the names come up and it's like, I see myself in 2010 or 2009 in these specific places, and I can see myself touching a tree, touching something in those places, And you know what I mean? I can see myself touching it. And so there will come the time where, you know, I will get back to certain places in order to do that touch again in a different way with a land that's, you know, reforming, rebirthing itself. Because the thing about forest fires, like, you know, yeah, obviously there's man-made, right? Forest fires and stuff. But forest fires are natural. Forest fires are natural and needed for the ecosystem. That's the truth. And it's humans that choose to build houses in areas that will have a fire. So when humans actually listen to their instinct and don't think about the fact that this is my house, I have to stay there, and just listen, and they are not in the area of where the stuff is happening. One example of that is Lady V. She lives in Florida, right where those buildings are that